There are places in the world where history does not announce itself. It lingers quietly, in high valleys, in weathered stone, in paths worn smooth by centuries of passing feet. Places where the past has not vanished, only softened. Long before the Chow Chow became a recognized breed, before standards, shows, and written definitions, dogs of this type existed as part of the landscape itself. They were not shaped for admiration. They were not bred for fashion. They simply were. And occasionally, someone passed through who noticed. In the early 20th century, one such observer was a European traveler and writer, Dr KH Abshagen. He did not travel in search of legend. He recorded what he saw. His writings would later become one of the few surviving descriptions of Chow-type dogs before modern breeding reshaped them. Before the monasteries, Abshagen encountered these dogs in the countryside. They were not uniform, they were not ornamental. They guarded homes, they watched quietly, they endured harsh conditions without complaint. He noted their natural proportions, balanced, functional, unforced. Their movement was fluid, economical. There was no excess skin, no artificial heaviness. Most telling to him was what he did not see. No exaggeration, no weakness shaped by preference. He would later describe these dogs as uncorrupted, formed by necessity rather than fashion. And then, further inland, beyond villages and trade routes, he encountered something else. The monastery rose from the mountainside as though it had grown there, he wrote. A place so still that even the wind seemed to lower its voice. Inside its walls, he expected quiet, he expected prayer, he expected solitude. What he did not expect was a living sea of blue. Abshagen described 50 splendid, unbelievably beautiful blue chows. Not blue as in grey, not blue as in a trick of light, but blue like the softened feathers of a wild dove, blue like the deep-coated Persian cats he had once seen far away. Their coats did not shine, they absorbed light. They moved with calm assurance, neither timid nor aggressive, simply present. Their bodies were strong, natural, harmonious, their movements fluid. He observed their eyes as clear and alert, their bearing composed. And again he returned to the same conclusion. These dogs were uncorrupted, not exaggerated, not weakened. What struck him most was not only their form, but their unity. 50 blue dogs living together within the monastery walls as though they belonged there as much as the stone itself. Not kept, not displayed, simply there. Abshagen wrote with restraint, almost caution. He did not call what he saw a legend. He did not embellish. Yet even so, his words linger. Because when observation is this careful and memory this vivid, it begins to feel like something more. Whether such dogs still exist is unknown. Perhaps they were changed by the world that followed. Perhaps they survive only in fragments, in bloodlines, in distant places, in memory. Or perhaps they were never meant to endure beyond their moment. What remains is the account, a glimpse of a time when form followed function, when beauty was incidental and harmony shaped the dog, not fashion. And so, when we speak of the blue dogs of the mountains, we are not speaking only of animals long gone. We are speaking of a moment in time, quiet, unrecorded, and briefly witnessed. Not myth, not certainty, but memory.